Hey guys, good evening. Oh, let me find my chat. How's everyone doing? Lucy and Bill and Lisa, how are y'all doing? Did you ever get Saturday? I did. I started reading The Stranger Beside Me, the Anne Rule book. It's pretty good. I've not got through the first chapter yet, though, because I got interrupted. I thought we would play some true crime trivia tonight. I need to do some shout outs real quick because I've not done those in a while. I could get the list pulled up while I'm waiting. Maybe. Oh, it's not going to work right. Maybe it will. If I can remember how to get to it. Okay, right here. I got Bubby in here with me, Smokey, so you may hear him grunting. Okay, here's my channel members list. If I can see it. What is it, Bubby? Hold on a minute, guys. Go on. He runs in and out, in and out. Okay, is that all of them? I think so. So I'm going to start the shout outs. Southern Mom, 411 Now. Never Lose Hope. Cheryl Lynn. Light Feather, 623. Emily Flotilla. Red Ram Media. Just Jax. Diane's Channel. Mommy Mars. Haley Turner. Rockhound Michelle. Mandy Hall. Beth M. Nika Crafts. Kim Brundage. Norma Starr. Creative Revival. Lovable Rogue, Alyssa DeBona, Sapphire, Nurse Teacher, Champ, Lori Staggs, Moxie Vintage, Cement Shoes, Truth Seeker, Austin James, Natalie D, Mary O, Sunny Side Up, Turquoise Kitten, Jenny Jen, Bailey Vex, Sonia, Manda Lynn, Samara, Alex B, Captain Obvious, Your Main Girl, Robin Gross, Misty Walker, Michelle Furry, Lisa 54, Miss Jones, Drama Must Remain on the Stage, Crimezilla, and Charlie Girl Says, and Booze Love. Oh, that was a long list. Okay, let me see if I can get back to my channel. Okay, here we go. Oh, Booze Love, welcome back. I just got through saying your name. Hey, Charlie Girl Says, how are y'all doing? Let me get through this stinking ad here. Let me get my murder book. I call it my murder book, y'all, my big binder. I got us some true crime trivia. I've got some wrote down, then I got some pulled up on my phone here. Oh my gosh, I may have to open up this bedroom door. It's getting cold. I'm too old to be moving. Are you moving? Like switching houses? I hate moving, but I want to move from here. I definitely want a house, y'all. I mean, my mobile home's nice, but I want a damn house. I want a house on some land that's fenced in, and I want a doggy door so my dogs can let themselves in and out. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm getting sick. Hope I'm not getting the damn coronavirus, the corona as I call it. I was up last night coughing my head off. I had to get some cough drops. Hey, Will. Shit, I'm late. Well, I just started. I did some shout outs for the channel members. Hey, Misty. Good evening. I just started. Let me get my... I should turn my camera on, but I'm in my pajamas. I got my damn sloth pajamas on. I got a little bit of a headache. Lisa says Cece, aka Nancy Drew. So Mark came up with that Nancy Drew crap. He brought me in that binder the other day and a bunch of paper, and he's like, Nancy Drew can solve some crimes now. Okay. Let me get my stuff pulled up here. I'm actually thinking, look, I bought another true crime trivia book. Got it opened up in the Kindle. There's no damn trivia questions. It's all a bunch of damn facts. And I'm like, hey, this is false advertisement, people. Because right on the cover, it says serial killer trivia. And then you open the book up and it's a bunch of damn facts. Of course, I could turn those into trivia questions, but I wanted trivia questions already freaking written down. But anyways, I thought, why does it have to be true crime trivia? So I'm thinking about if y'all want to play just like regular trivia, we can. Because those books are easy to find with the trivia questions and answers. Okay. What in the hell am I doing, people? I'm getting a cold or something. That's why I was up coughing last night. And I think it's because I take a shower late at night and go to bed with my hair wet a lot. And it gets kind of chilly in here sometimes. So I think that's why I'm getting sick. I'm moving to an apartment for a while, then to my house in the country. Oh, that sounds nice. That's right, Lisa. Nancy Drew is on the case. Oh, thank you, Will, for the super chat. Thank you for doing the streams every morning for us. CC, love and peace, Nancy Drew. Thank you so much. Hey, I wish I was Nancy Drew and could solve the case of these missing boys from California, the West brothers. I've been following that closely. Thank God there's some people from the area that live stream. They've been keeping us all updated. Okay. So we got our first trivia question. Thank God these are multiple choice. When was the term serial killer first coined? A, 1970s, B, 1980s, C, 1990s. I have no clue. Okay. Empirical evidence. Am I saying that right? I'm sorry. I have trouble pronouncing names. Empirical evidence. Welcome to Southern Royalty. God, I hope I said that right. Will says the 1970s. Say it again. Okay. When was the term serial killer first coined? A, 1970s, B, 1980s, C, 1990s. Empirical says 1970s also. Yeah, welcome to the Cool Kids Club, Empirical. I'm going to have to look up that damn name. Booze Love says the 80s. Lisa says 70s. I'm just giving everybody time to answer. Okay, so the correct answer, bonus if you know the FBI agent that coined the term. Oh, yeah, that would be a good bonus question. So the answer is the 1970s. Okay, which of the following serial killers kept the heads of his victims in a freezer? A, Billy the Kid, B. Jeffrey Dahmer, C. BTK. Which of the following serial killers kept the heads of his victims in a freezer? A. Billy the Kid, B. Jeffrey Dahmer, C. BTK. Oh gosh, I think we're going to have to cough. I don't think I brought my cough drops in here. Okay. Gosh, I hate getting sick. This means I won't be able to go to my dentist appointment if I'm coughing. Okay, is everybody answering Dahmer? You guys would be correct. It's Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay. What was the serial killer Metal Fang mostly known for? What was the serial killer Metal Fang mostly known for? A. He had a pet wolf. B. He had white metal teeth. C. He had a group of aggressive dogs. Well, I've never heard of this serial killer. Metal Fang. You know, like vampires have fangs. I've never heard of this person. What was serial killer Metal Fang mostly known for? A. He had a pet wolf. B. He had white metal teeth. Or C. He had a group of aggressive dogs. Will is saying aggressive dogs. I've never heard of him either. I'm going to have to look him up. Oh my gosh, I got a freaking headache. It's like a sinus headache. Empirical says metal teeth. Hey, she actually got it. That's right. He had white metal teeth. You're correct. Okay, number 4. Which serial killer was known for beheading and dismembering his victims? A. BTK, B. Son of Sam, or C. Cleveland Torso Murderer? Never heard of that one. Which serial killer was known for beheading and dismembering his victims? A. BTK, B. Son of Sam, C. Cleveland Torso Murderer. I've never heard of the Torso Murderer. Hey, drama. YTK. Oops, BTK. No idea. Charlie Girl says Cleveland Torso Murder. Empirical says Cleveland Torso Murder. Yeah, all right. It's the Cleveland Torso Murderer. Never heard of that guy or woman. Okay, here's a good one. What is the main difference between a mass murderer and a serial killer? A serial killer is more skilled. B, a serial killer lets time pass between each murder. Or C, a serial killer murders all his victims in a short period of time. What is the main difference between a mass murderer and a serial killer? A serial killer is more skilled. B, a serial killer lets time pass between each murder. Or C, a serial killer murders all his victims in a short period of time. Will's guessing B. Boo's love B. Empirical B. Charlie Girl says B. Hey, Mommy Mars. She's saying B. Making sure nobody else is answering. So the correct answer is B. A serial killer lets time pass between each murder. Okay. Which object did John Dillinger use to escape from jail? A, a toothbrush, B, a wooden gun, or C, a hammer? Which object did John Dillinger use to escape from jail? A toothbrush, B, a wooden gun, or C, a hammer? Booze Love says a toothbrush. Will says a wooden gun. Mommy Mars says a toothbrush. Empirical says a toothbrush. I used to know a lot about John Dillinger. My memory's so bad. I need to refresh my brain about him. Okay, so he actually used a wooden gun to escape jail. Yep. Okay. Which of the following factors is not used by criminal experts to classify serial killers? A, motive of killing, B, social patterns, or C, method of killing? Which of the following factors is not used by criminal experts to classify serial killers? A, motive of killing, B, social patterns, or C, method of killing? Will says that John Dillinger carved it out of white pine and it was fence post board. Wow. He was pretty smart. Okay, Mommy Mars says A, Booze Love A, Empirical B. Will says A. Lisa says A. So the correct answer is C, method of killing. Okay. Timothy McVeigh killed up to 168 people because he was angry at the act of the U.S. government in which event? A, the incident of Ruby Ridge. B, the siege of Branch. What is that? Davidson or something. Or C, the Iraq War. Timothy McVeigh killed up to 168 people because he was angry at the act of the U.S. government in which event? A, the incident of Ruby Ridge. B, the siege of Branch Davidson or something. Or C, the Iraq War. I hate when I can't pronounce stuff. Will says Ruby Ridge. I live 90 miles from the home of Ruby Ridge. Oh, really? Mommy Mars says C, the Iraq War. I didn't even know this one, to be honest. I didn't even know why he was angry at the government. Empirical says B. So the correct answer is C, the Iraq War. He was angry about that. Okay. Which of the following factor is often not considered as a reason for a person to become a serial killer? A, brain injury. B, child abuse. C, peer pressure. Which of the following factor is often not considered as a reason for a person to become a serial killer? A, a brain injury. B, childhood abuse. C, peer pressure. Will says, well, I still live 90 minutes from Ruby Ridge, damn it. Oh gosh, I need a drink or I'm going to cough. Okay, so Will says C, Empirical C, Mommy Mars C. That's what I chose too, y'all. C, peer pressure. So the correct answer is C, peer pressure. My dog's over here going crazy trying to dig her out of the spot. Lady, calm down. Okay. What does MO in a serial killer's MO stand for? A. Method of operation. B. Murder operation. Or modus operandi. C. Modus operandi. This question doesn't even make sense, I don't think. What does MO in a serial killer's MO stand for? A. Method of operation. B. Murder operation. C. Modus operandi. Something like that. So everybody's saying C. Will says, drink up, everyone. I'm drinking Coca-Cola. I need to be in there taking me some drink some moonshine. Burn this cold out of me. I can tell it's going to be one of those colds in my head. So the answer is C. Modus operandi or something. Okay. Which serial killer murdered 30 women between 1974 and 1979? A. Charles Manson. B. Jeffrey Dahmer. C. Ted Bundy. Which serial killer murdered 30 women between 1974 and 1979? A. Charles Manson. B. Jeffrey Dahmer. C. Ted Bundy. Charlie Girl says it's Bundy. Mommy Mars Bundy. Empirical evidence is Bundy. The answer is Bundy, of course. Will says my buddy Ted. So I just started reading the book, Stranger Beside Me, Anne Rule. And you know how, like, in the Ted Bundy movie, at the end, the executioner takes off the hood and it's a woman? Well, that was all for dramatics in the movie. The person that executed actually pulled down the lever, did not even have a hood on, and it was a male executioner. Yeah, I just started reading it today, Will. I got into it, but then I got interrupted 100 times. But I can tell I'm really going to like it, and it seems a lot different than the movie. CCU, not to read, loves music, loves to dance. Is that a good book? You know, I think Ted Bundy's mom actually didn't die until like 2000. I think she died in 2011. I'm pretty sure. But she always thought Ted was innocent up until right before he was executed, and then he confessed to a lot. Oh, this is an easy one. Which serial killer often dressed up as a clown and worked in charity events? A. Ted Bundy. B. Charles Manson. C. John Wayne Gacy. Hey, Sapphire. Which serial killer often dressed up as a clown and worked in charity events? A. Ted Bundy. B. Charles Manson. C. John Wayne Gacy. For some reason, John Wayne Gacy scares me the most out of most of the serial killers besides Richard Ramirez. I don't know. There's just something about John. Yeah, everybody knows the answer to that. John Wayne Gacy. Killer clown. Okay. The St. Valentine's Day Massacre is often linked to which notorious criminal? Al Capone, John Dillinger, or George Moran? The St. Valentine's Day Massacre is often linked to which notorious criminal? Al Capone, John Dillinger Jr. or George Moran or something like that. Well, I was going to say Capone. Capone was never convicted of murder, was he? Just like scamming the IRS, I think. Mommy Morris says John Dillinger. Empirical evidence says Al Capone. The answer is Al Capone. Okay. Which man was known as the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history? A. Gary Ridgway, B. Jeffrey Dahmer, or C. Paul Knowles? Actually, the answer is neither, because none of those. Because Samuel Little is known as the United States' most prolific serial killer. See, we'll even put it in the chat. I think this trivia was made up before they knew that he was a big serial killer. 96 kills. Actually, the answer to this back then was Gary Ridgway. He was known as the most prolific. When was this written? Let me go up and see. May 6th, 2019. Okay, let me find back where I was at. Okay. What is the nickname of the house in Chicago of H. Holmes, a notorious serial killer? A. The Dungeon, B. Murder Castle, or C. Fraudville? What is the nickname of the house in Chicago of H. Holmes, a notorious serial killer? A. The Dungeon, B. Murder Castle, or C. Fraudville? I didn't know there was anywhere named Fraudville. His car is in a motel in Hot Springs. Oh, really? Al Capone's is? That's cool. Mommy Morris says A. Will says Murder Castle. Mommy Morris says The Dungeon. Empirical says, what'd she say? A. The Dungeon. Hey, Natalie, how are you? Lisa says, not sure on this one. Well, the answer is H. Holmes's house in Chicago was known as the Murder Castle. He was a real weirdo, a real sicko. Let's see. How did the angel of death murder most of his victims? A. Drug, B. Smother, or C. Drain their blood? How did the angel of death murder most of his victims? A. He drugged them, B. Smothered them, or C. Drained their blood? Mommy Mars says smothered. Sapphire says drain their blood. Oh crap, my phone cut off. Angel of Death was a male nurse. I'm going with a pillow. Empirical says A, drug them. The correct answer is he murdered most of his victims by drugging them. He'd give them drugs. Okay. What do we call a serial killer who believes that he or she would profit in some way from the act of murders? A gain killer, B, a reward murderer, or C, a profiteer? What do we call a serial killer who believes that he or she would profit in some way from the act of murders? A gain killer, B, a reward murderer, or C, a profiteer? I had no idea. Boo's love, Lori Vallow. Oh, speaking of Lori Vallow, I think the judge ruled and they're not going to remove the prosecutor from the case. I knew they wouldn't. They're just grasping at straws, trying to delay it. That's all they're doing. She has to know, and he has to know deep down that they're never going to get out of jail again, ever. Okay. So the answer is A gain killer. I didn't know that. I figured it would have been profiteer, actually. Okay. What was the IQ of Patrick Kearney, or the trash bag killer, who killed 32 people from 1965 to 1977? A, 80, B, 110, C, 180. I have no clue. What was the IQ of Patrick Kearney, or the trash bag killer, who killed 32 people from 1965 to 1977? A, 80, B, 110, C, 180. Mommy Mars says 110. Will says 180. Empirical says 80. Sapphire says guessing. Just guess. It don't matter. Don't matter if you know it or not. Like, I don't even know who this guy is, so I would have had no clue if I wasn't looking at the answer. So he had an IQ of 180. Does that mean he was real smart or something? I probably got a low IQ. Okay. Let's see. Where did Ted Bundy work before he became a serial killer? A grocery store, B, a private clinic, or C, a suicide prevention hotline? Where did Ted Bundy work before he became a serial killer? A grocery store, B, a private clinic, or C, a suicide prevention hotline? Well, he had several jobs, but he never was able to keep a job more than a month or so. Everybody's saying C. Yeah, he worked with Ann Rule at the suicide prevention hotline. He also worked at a grocery store, stocking shelves. I think that job only lasted about a month. He also worked at like a yacht club, and he'd like park the vehicles and all that too. Now, he was accused when he worked at the yacht club of going through the people's lockers. Probably did. He probably was stealing from them. Okay. This is an easy one. Which of the following serial killers murdered the famous actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people? A, Myra Hindley, B, Charles Manson, C, Jeffrey Dahmer. Actually, well, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for a minute. Which of the following serial killers murdered the famous actress Sharon Tate and 4 other people? Myra Hindley, or B, Charles Manson, C, Jeffrey Dahmer? This answer is actually not correct. The Beach Boy writer Manson. Yeah, the answer is Charles Manson, but Charles Manson actually didn't kill Sharon Tate. He wasn't even present the night that Sharon and her friends were killed. Okay. How many people have been considered as Jack the Ripper suspects? A, 50, B, 100, C, 200. I have no clue. How many people have been considered as Jack the Ripper suspects? A, 50, B, 100, C, 200. Sharon Tate is from where I live currently. She was the city queen. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Wasn't her dad in like the army or he was a Marine or something like that? Mommy Morris says B, 100. Sapphire says 100. There's been a lot. I know that. I think Jack the Ripper was either a doctor or a coroner. That's what I think. Maybe ran a funeral home. So the correct answer is B. There was 100 suspects. Okay. How did the giggling granny murder many members of her family? A. With poison. B. Stabbed with a knife. Or C. She shot them. The giggling granny is known as, her name is Nanny Doss. How did the giggling granny murder many members of her family? A. Poison. B. Stabbed with knife. C. Shot. Sharon Tate's dad was with the Army Corps of Engineers. Oh, that's cool. I knew he was in the military or something. Booze Left says poison. Mommy Morris says shot him. Sapphire says poison. Will says poison and food. Just a guess. Yeah, she poisoned them in their food, actually. She's always giggling and laughing. That's why they call her the giggling granny. Okay, here's an easy one. What is the nickname of the serial killer, Ted Kaczynski? Maybe I'm not saying that right. A, the Unabomber. B, El Chapo. C, Scarface. What is the nickname of the serial killer, Ted Kaczynski? A, the Unabomber. B, El Chapo. C, Scarface. I can't say his name correctly. I hate complicated names. Booze Up says A. Mommy Mars says B. Sapphire A. Lisa says B. So the correct answer is the Unabomber A. Okay. Which sentence did the serial killer Louis Garavito get for killing 139 boys? A, 30 years in prison. B, 10 life sentences. C, the death sentence. Which sentence did the serial killer Louis Garavito get for killing 139 boys? A, 30 years in prison. B, 10 life sentences. C, the death sentence. I have no clue. I don't even know who he is. But 139 boys, that's a lot. Will said he got 39 years. Sapphire says B. Booze Lip A. Will said he got paroled early. Really? He's out of prison? He actually got, it says he got 30 years in prison for killing 139 boys. 30 years. My gosh, I'm going to have to check into this weirdo. Okay. The serial killer, Bugsy Siegel, earned his nickname due to which feature? A, he has bug eyes. B, he looks like Bugs Bunny. C, he goes into murderous rages. The serial killer, Bugsy Siegel, earned his nickname due to which feature? A. He has bug eyes. B. He looks like Bugs Bunny. C. He goes into murderous rages. Oh, no, I'm starting to get a runny nose. I would have figured the answer was he had bug eyes. He was convicted on the boys just 2, maybe 4. Oh, really? Out of 139 boys, he was only convicted of maybe 2 or 4? Oh, crap, I X'd out. Okay, so the answer is the reason he had the nickname Bugsy is because he goes into murderous rages. Okay. Which of the following serial killers often sent complied coded notes to the media? A. Metal Fang. B. Green River Killer. C. The Zodiac Killer. I wonder if the Zodiac Killer's dead by now. Probably. See, he's a non-U.S. serial killer. Okay, no wonder. I wonder I've not heard of him. Which of the following serial killers often sent complied coded notes to the media? A. Metal Fang. B. Green River Killer. C. The Zodiac Killer. That bar says C. Empirical said C. Will said Zodiac. I was going to say Green River Killer, but I was wrong. You guys are right. It's the Zodiac Killer. C. Okay. What were the last words of Eileen Wuornos before she was executed? A. They deserved it. B. I'll be back. Or C. Thank goodness it is over. What were the last words of Eileen Wuornos before she was executed? A. They deserved it. B. I will be back. C. Thank goodness it is over. So perhaps says C. Wait, am I looking at the right answers here? Is that y'all answered from last time? I think. Her case always scared me. I'm guessing C. Eileen had some serious problems. She had a very tragic life. She really did. So the correct answer is B. She said, I will be back. And she said something like, I will be back. Like on Independence Day, something. Something crazy. It didn't even make sense. Before they executed her, she thought the prison was trying to poison her and send some kind of silent radio waves and damage her brain. And she was thinking all kinds of crazy things. They really shouldn't have executed her because I believe she had schizophrenia. She was quite pitiful. For a long time, she said she killed him in self-defense. And then right there at the end, she's like, no, I killed him. It was cold-blooded murder. I did it because I wanted to rob him. I don't believe that. I think the first guy she killed in self-defense. He was a convicted sex predator, Richard Mallory. The other ones, I think she was having PTSD, and after she would kill them, she was like, hey, might as well take their money and their vehicle. She was definitely bipolar at the very least. Yeah, she had something seriously wrong with her. She had a bad childhood. Her dad was a pedophile who spent time he was in prison. I believe he killed himself in prison when Eileen was real young. Her mom never did have much to do with her. Grandparents raised her, and her grandfather's friends would rape her. One of them got her pregnant. She got pregnant. They kicked her out of the house and everything. Very sad life. Okay. Which serial killer ate his victims so they could become part of his body? A. Ted Bundy. B. John Wayne Gacy. Or C. Jeffrey Dahmer. Yep, he raped her at a very early age, and she got passed around. See, I have heard that the grandfather raped her too. It wasn't just his friends. I wouldn't doubt it. Now, her grandmother was kind to her. Then after, I think she might have drunk a lot though. But then after she died, she was just left with her mean old grandfather. Dirty old pervert. I mean, they just had a very dysfunctional childhood. Eileen and her brother were actually incest. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Which serial killer ate his victims so they could become part of his body? A. Ted Bundy. B. John Wayne Gacy. C. Jeffrey Dahmer. I hear a little dog crying for me. What, Bubby? Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, I've had an hour of silence. They can't stand it, guys. Yeah, it was those sicko Dahmer. Dahmer knew he was a weirdo. He knew he was a monster. Okay, so that's all the trivia I have on my phone. I've got some right there on paper, though. Okay. Some of these may not be multiple choice, though. I think I've only got like 8 written down. Who was the first known Black Widow in the U.S.? And it's not multiple choice. Just take a guess. Who was the first known Black Widow in the U.S.? Empirical says spelled wrong. Oh, that's all right. Every time I type in the chat, I misspell something. My daggone phone, like if I'm replying to a message, it wants to capitalize certain words. It's so annoying. I have no idea why it does that. It'll be right in the middle of a sentence and it wants to capitalize. Who was the first known Black Widow in the U.S.? Come on, guys, take a guess. Well, I will tell y'all if y'all don't know. Oh, let me make sure I'm caught up here. It's Belle Gunness was the first known Black Widow. And she actually, I think she immigrated here from Norway. Okay, here's an easy one. What was the real name of Sexy Sadie, convicted of murder as part of the Manson family? Will says, I'm back, my first wife. Oh gosh, there's a delay. Mommy Mars guessed it. Gunness. Yes, it was Belle Gunness. I did a video on her. Oh my goodness, boo boo. What is it? He's wanting me to do something for him, guys. I'm going to have to get off here in a minute. So, what was the real name of Sexy Sadie, convicted of murder as part of the Manson family? I like the vintage crime, don't you, Sapphire? Bubby, what do you want? Oh, I don't know what my boo-boo's wanting. Oh, no, I didn't guess. It was asking if it was spelled Guinness. Oh, well, that's all right. Okay, so the real name of Sexy Sadie from the Manson family was Susan Atkins. I'm going to refresh my chat because I feel like I'm behind. Lisa Jesus, my mind went blank. But I did just smoke a good one. I did that hours ago. I knew better to do it right before my live. I wouldn't be remembering nothing. Okay. Mary Beth Tinning killed how many of her own children? A, 6, B, 3, or C, 9? Mary Beth Tinning killed how many of her own children? A, 6, B, 3, C, 9. I hear Smokey back outside. He wanted back out, so I let him back out, and now he's back outside my door again, whimpering. Sapphire says 6. Will says 9. I don't know a lot about Mary Beth Tinning. I need to research that case. Lisa says 9. Yeah, she actually killed 9 of her own children. 9 kids. I think this happened. Did this happen in the 80s? I think maybe. Okay. What jolly nurse killed 31 people around the turn of the 20th century? What jolly nurse killed 31 people around the turn of the 20th century? A. A. Myra Hindley. B. Jane Toppin. C. Bobby Sue Terrell. Oh gosh, guys, let me mute for a second and let me go let Smokey see what he wants. Okay, I had to go let my dogs out. One wanted out, and then Skylar wanted out. Now, she's just out there barking. Okay, so the answer is Jane Toppin. She killed around 31 people around the turn of the 20th century. Let me ask y'all one more before I get off here. Who is the giggling granny who murdered 4 husbands across 4 states? Who is the giggling granny who murdered 4 husbands across 4 states? Well, Lisa, you and Sapphire got it. It was Toppin, the last one. Jane Toppin. That's a vintage true crime case. It's really interesting. Hold on, let me run and let Smokey right back in. Okay. Smokey goes out and he comes straight back in. He don't stay out not even 5 minutes most of the time. Okay. So the answer is Nanny Doss. She is known as the Giggling Granny, and she murdered 4 husbands in 4 different states. And she would poison her husbands. Yes, I love to listen to a good documentary or a true crime audiobook. You know, I have never tried an audiobook, but that might be better for me to get because I'm always busy and it's hard for me to sit down and read unless it's like late at night or early in the morning. But an audiobook would work good because I could be doing my housework listening. Yes, now I remember. Yeah, we talked about her earlier in the stream, Nanny Doss. I've got a video on her, I think, somewhere. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I've got Skylar outside, and Lady was wanting to go out, so I'm going to go let her out. When I let Skylar back in, you can't let them out together because they just want to bark. There's sparrow cats that run around here all the time, and it drives my dogs crazy. And they feed off each other's energy. So if they're out there together, oh my gosh, they're off the chain. I've listened to the free ones on YouTube. I'm subscribed to a channel that has those audiobooks, but I have never listened. I need to. I subscribed so I could listen to one of the books, and I never did. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Have a good Sunday, and I will see y'all Monday morning around 10:30 a.m. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And thank you for your support. I love you guys. You guys rock. Peace.